my friends, and welcome back to EVE Online with me, Mark from DadX, and I'm here in the sigil. We have a new Alpha alt, brand new shiny Amarr alt, DadX. He's about 5 days old. He's had about 3.5, 4 days of training so far while he was doing the career missions, which I did in little chunks over the weekend when I had some free time. As you can see, I've finished all the career missions now. I'm ready to start a real life. Apparently I'm already worth nearly 18 million ISK. Now, just under 10 million of that is cash in the form of ISK, and the rest obviously is in the ships that we get during those career missions. The Coercer, Executioner, Punisher, Tormentor, 2 Ventures, 2 Sigils. We're going to sell one of those. We also had the Magnate that we got in the career missions, and a selection of modules we're probably going to sell. Some we will use. I have crushed all of these civilian modules and the other junk that you pick up in the career missions because it's just useless. Don't use any civilian modules in the real game. They don't work very well at all. Anyway, I'm going to head off to Amarr with this sigil, with this stuff in it. And whilst we're doing that, we'll just catch up where we are. So I'm going to set my destination. I haven't even been to Amarr yet, so I don't know the way. So we've already got the destination set actually, so we're just going to undock and head over. Right, where are we? What have we done with the skills? You can see there a nice list of skills. I played through the new player experience. It's very short and sweet. It does get you to train armor repair systems very early on. These are all the skills that I've learned so far, in case you would like to know. Obviously, this is in reverse order. We started down here. So what have we got? 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, about 4 days of training. What that actually looks like in terms of the skill tree, etc., is that I've basically done nearly all of the skills that I need to do, or I want to do, at this stage of the game. Let's get this ship moving, shall we? In just a moment. Let's not just float. There we go. Don't get too sidetracked. Not like me, is it? As I was saying, I've trained all the skills up to the point where they're now going to be quite a chunk of time, almost a day each, with some exceptions. So I'm just going to look through and see what those exceptions are. Now, evasive manoeuvring, 2 hours, we'll have that one. Makes us a little bit harder to hit. As you can see, the rest of these now are all quite a chunk of time. Warp drive operation isn't a really urgent one. Shields, we will be learning shield skills a little bit more. Obviously our venture needs a shield tank, so do a couple of other bits we're going to look at eventually. Don't need any of those, don't need any of those. Social, if I was going to be running missions, I would train social up. In fact, I will. Is it worth buying? Right here, it's 30,000 at the bookshop. It's 35,000 at Amarr. I'll wait till I get to Amarr and get the skill books that I might need to pick up along the way, or stop at a book selling university station on the way there or back. Right, ship skills. Amarr Destroyer, I went up to level 3. It's the longest skill I'm probably going to put in here now. As you can see, I've got Amarr Frigate level 3. Amarr Industrial obviously capped at level 1. Mining Frigate I haven't trained yet. In fact, we'll put a level of Mining Frigate in. We'll move the shorter skills up above the longest skill in the training queue so we can fit more in, of course. Electronic systems, these are all going to reduce the capacitor need when the relevant modules are running. So not really urgent right now actually. We'll have a look. We'll put in propulsion jamming and see if we need to carry on. Are we ready to do another jump yet? Yes, we are. Off we go. I'm not autopiloting. That's even worse than what I'm doing. No, I don't want to quit the game either. Right. Back to where we were. Production. No, don't need any structure management. I will want anchoring level 1. I'll buy that skill. We'll get that soon. That's so we can use a mobile depot, basically. Anchoring level 1. Engineering. As you can see again, all long skills. CPU management, power grid management, we will train because we want that extra fitting capacity, but they're long. 9 days, 9 3/4 days on an alpha account. Weapon upgrades again makes fitting easier, but it's a long train. So thermodynamics will be on the list too. We'll get that book quite soon, I should think. Don't need any of those skills at this stage. Targeting. Long range targeting, we don't really need any of those. Signature analysis maybe to lock things up quicker, but not yet. Gunnery, Control bursts with an Amarr ult, that's quite important because it's the reduction on capacity need of your guns firing. But again, these are all long trains, over half a day each. Is there anything else we want to stick in there? We're in the scanning skills now. I've already trained level 2 on archaeology and hacking. 21 hours each. That will speed up the scanning time. Not yet. We're up to 23 hours. We're only getting one more. I'll tell you what, yeah, we will. We'll put in astrometric requisition in there. So we're just over a day. But because the last skill starts within that 24 hours, we are good to go. So that's a skill tree racked up for another day. I will give you updates on the skill tree as we go along. Right, I'm heading to Amarr. We're going to buy some modules to fit the ships we've got up with there. We're going to come back, then we are going to head off to kind of what's going to be like our first base of operation. In a sigil containing a destroyer and a couple of frigates, which we're going to fit up there, and we'll see what's going on. Those of you that know my play style will of course know I'm going to be heading very close to some low sec. I want to get into low sec as soon as possible. That's where I'm going to make some money early on those belts. We're going to do some exploration. So I've been scoping out using the in-game map, .land maps, and some other resources just to see where is local-ish to Amarr but not too close, that offers me some nice quiet high sec and some low sec I can get into and make some money. If you've got any suggestions, because I do not know Amarr space that well at all, then feel free to let me know either in a comment down below or join in the Discord. Already had some suggestions there. I'm not going to tell you beforehand where I'm going. There will be a little bit of a lag, just so there's not too much of a welcoming committee there for me. You never know in this game, do you? And as you will have seen, if you've seen any of my previous Alpha Goes to Low Sec videos, we're going to make money very quickly. You'll be seeing this video, or it's going to be out at least on the 1st of December. I am aiming for the end of the year ISK total for this ult to be a billion ISK. We're going to be a billionaire in a month. I'm not even going to go mad to try to do it. I don't intend to play this ult more than 2 hours a day, maybe a little bit more at weekends, and I will be giving you some regular updates of how I'm getting along. Now, any suggestions you may have regarding fittings, particularly for the Tormentor, because I've not used the Tormentor very much, but any of the ships, any fittings that you've used that you've had fun with, let me know. Again, description or Discord will be fine for that information. Because I really do want your input. Is there anything particular you want me to look at? I've not run the Amarr equivalent of a lot of the combat sites for a very long time, if ever. So I even had to look up the name of a Amarr 3 out of 10, and I can't remember it. Blood Raider Intelligent Collection Point. So it'd be interesting to see how that compares to a narcotics warehouse I'm used to running, and whether the destroyer, in this case the coercer, can do it. Now the Amarr line obviously gives me quite an interesting choice of ships, so now that we're docked up, we'll have a look at that. We've obviously started off with a nice little selection of frigates. We've got the Magnate, although to be honest, we're going to talk about the Magnate a little bit in a minute. I'm not going to use that as my hacking ship. Its 3 mid slots are very much a handicap, but it is a very useful ship, as we shall see. Executioner, we're going to fit that out for a little bit of belt ratting, maybe our first PvP ship, or first ship we head out with intending to get into PvP, I should say. Punisher likes to go into the Abyss. It's famous for going into the Abyss with low skills, so we shall try a little bit of that, as well as the other kind of PvE stuff. We've got the Tormentor, which, as I said, I'm not too familiar with, so let me know what you use that for, and the fits you've been using. We've got a Coercer already, but I do want to train into drones and get into a Dragoon, because I've not used one for a long time. So we're definitely going to learn some drone skills quite soon. In fact, I may get started on the drone skills tomorrow. Cruiser-wise, no great goal for now, but certainly the Arbitrator with the drone skills will be a good synergy. Battle cruisers, one day. But that's the immediate plan. We've got the ships that we've been given in the career missions that are going to make us some nice juicy ISK on low sec on low-sec asteroid belts. The venture, once we've made 26 million ISK to buy the gas harvesting skill books, we will be going into wormholes and low-sec to harvest gas. That will make us a nice bit of ISK. It's also a very good way and a very good ship to use to just learn those places in the game, because it's quite slippery, it's hard to catch, and it's quite cheap. Now, if you are actually new to the game yourself and you're at this stage of the game for the first time, I've made many videos that will cover the many aspects of this game at this point. I'm going to start linking them up above. If you want to go and run some missions, I've got this mission running guide right here. It's linked direct from the CCP Academy website to lay like this video, because I'm not going to spend too much time at the moment looking at missions with this alt. But if you want to crack on and do some mission running, that information's right there for you. I have done a little bit of thinking and I have made myself some fits. So we'll just have a little look at those. This is also in effect my shopping list, because I'm going to be buying most of this stuff straight off the fit screen. So we've got the executioner fit, which, as I say, I'm happy to have any input into these. So we've got the short range lasers, we've got a web, we've got a scram. You can see where that one might be going. The Tormentor, very much a version 1 fitting. We've got the beam lasers, not sure what to do with that rig slot yet. And a general kind of, this looks like it might be right kind of fit, I don't know. And of course the coercer, which for now we just need to go for maximum DPS. This fit has already appeared in a video. I'll link it somewhere. Down below will be most of the relevant video links. So if you are new to the game, do look in the description for any videos you might find useful, whether it's trading, whether it's how to fit your ships, how to use the fitting screen, how to figure out which modules are the best ones for you to use, all of that stuff. I've covered it all, so I'm not going to get sidetracked in what is supposed to be an introduction video right here to the plan for this one. As you can see here, for its clone soldier killing duties, it's all short range DPS, and the ancillary armor repairer, which isn't going to use too much capacitor to keep us alive, so all of the capacitor can be used to power up these guns and kill the rats quick. Because capacitor capacity is a big challenge for a coercer pilot when you've got low skills, as we shall see. Perhaps. Maybe I've figured it out. Exploration wise, we're going to be going into wormholes. We're going to be going around low sec. We will have a look around high sec, see what the value's like these days, because it's been quite a while since I mooched around doing that kind of thing. Spoiler alert, I'm going to be using a Heron for most of my exploration. The 5 mid slots make it so versatile, especially for those longer trips into wormholes, etc. But we'll talk about that more when we're looking at that kind of a thing. I think we'll leave it there for now. This is an introduction. Any comments, please leave them down below, whether you're new to the game yourself and there's something you'd like me to talk about or have a look at, or a ship you'd like me to maybe use. Any suggestions based on your experience, if you guys know what you're talking about, as to locations, fits that I might like to try out. There are Gila skins to be won for your comments. There will be lucky winners. These skins are worth 800 million ISK each, last time I checked. Maybe a little bit more now. So even if you're a new player and you're not going to have the ship to put these skins on, you can sell the skin and make yourself very rich. So leave your comment down below with your in-game name in it, and you will have a chance of winning one of these fantastic skins. The previous winners are right there for you to see. They do exist, I promise you. Anyway, guys, leave us a like if you've liked it, if you're excited for this. I'm really looking forward to this because it's new stuff for me, or stuff that I've forgotten. So it's going to be a nice little learning experience, which is the best kind for me. Click the like button, please. Give the video a thumbs up if you found it interesting, useful, or some combination of the two. Subscribe if you want to stay in touch. But for now, my friends, I'm going to get busy. I'm going to go and start getting rich. I'll be back very soon. Take care of yourselves and each other. Remember, even is believing. Fly brave, my friends, and goodbye.